Avoid bread if you suffer from these 5 health conditions. Did you know that eating just 2 slices of white bread a day may spike your blood sugar faster than drinking a can of soda? Bread may seem harmless. After all, we toast it for breakfast, sandwich it for lunch, and dip it into soups at dinner. But for some of us, this everyday food could be quietly making our health worse. In this video, we'll tell you why bread isn't safe for everyone, especially if you're dealing with certain health problems. From gut issues to blood sugar swings and hidden kidney stress, we'll break down exactly who should think twice before reaching for a slice. So if you're ever felt bloated, sluggish, or in pain after eating bread, this might explain why. And as always, please consult your healthcare provider before making any big changes to your diet. Now let's get started by discussing when people should avoid bread. 1. Celiac disease. Most people don't realize that eating even a tiny bite of regular bread may set off a serious chain reaction in someone with celiac disease. It's not just discomfort, it's your immune system turning against your own body. That's because bread is loaded with gluten, a protein found in wheat that acts like a trigger. When you have celiac disease, your immune system sees gluten as a threat and attacks the lining of your small intestine. This attack damages the villi, those tiny finger-like projections that help absorb nutrients. Once damaged, your body struggles to take in essentials like iron, calcium, and B vitamins, which may lead to long-term problems like anemia and bone loss. The National Institute on Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Disease says that eating foods like wheat that contain gluten may cause celiac disease. But it's not just gluten that causes trouble. Another harmful element is enriched white flour, commonly used in sandwich breads and buns. It's highly refined and stripped of natural fiber, making it easier to digest quickly, but for someone with celiac, this rapid absorption worsens inflammation and may irritate already sensitive gut tissue. 2. Type 2 diabetes. What many don't realize is that eating a slice of bread may spike your blood sugar almost as fast as eating candy when you have type 2 diabetes. That's because most bread, especially white and even some whole wheat varieties, is made from refined flour. This type of flour breaks down quickly into glucose during digestion, flooding your bloodstream and making it harder for your insulin to keep up. For someone with insulin resistance, which is the root of type 2 diabetes, this leads to frequent sugar spikes, followed by crashes that may drain your energy and damage your blood vessels over time. Additionally, traditional bread has the problem of not having enough fiber. Fiber plays a key role in slowing down sugar absorption and keeping you full longer. Without it, your body digests bread rapidly, giving you a quick glucose surge without any lasting satiety. This often leads to overeating or snacking shortly after, creating a cycle of poor blood sugar control. Most breads on grocery store shelves have minimal fiber, despite being labeled as healthy or whole grain. Apart from that, commercial bread often comes with added sugars, sometimes hidden under names like malt syrup, molasses, or honey. These sweeteners are used to boost flavor and improve browning during baking, but they also add to the overall glycemic load. For people managing type 2 diabetes, these hidden sugars may silently push blood glucose higher, especially when combined with other high-carb foods. ResearchGate says that refined flour, also known as maida, has gone from being a waste product to a popular but unhealthy food. It is low in nutrients, makes people sick with diabetes and obesity, and is bad for the environment. 3. Irritable bowel syndrome. Most people don't suspect their daily bread as a reason for bloating, cramping, or unpredictable bathroom habits. But for those with irritable bowel syndrome, it may be a major trigger. That's because many types of bread contain fructans, a type of fermentable carbohydrate that belongs to the FODMAP group. In people with irritable bowel syndrome, These carbs aren't absorbed well in the small intestine. Instead, they travel to the colon, where gut bacteria ferment them, producing gas and drawing in water. This leads to bloating, discomfort, and altered bowel movements that may swing between constipation and diarrhea. Beyond fructans, the yeasts used in bread making may also create trouble. Some irritable bowel syndrome sufferers are sensitive to fermentation byproducts, and even small amounts of residual yeast in bread may interact with gut flora in ways that increase gas production and gut sensitivity. While harmless for most people, this interaction may be painful and frustrating for someone with irritable bowel syndrome trying to maintain a normal day. Along with that, commercial breads also use emulsifiers, which help them last longer and make them softer, which is another unseen component. These food additives may disrupt the gut barrier and alter the gut microbiome. In those with irritable bowel syndrome, where the digestive system is already hypersensitive, this disruption may lead to worse inflammation and exaggerated symptoms. A study published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology confirmed that irritable bowel syndrome patients who eat low FODMAP rye bread have less colonic fermentation than those who eat regular rye bread. 4. Non-celiac gluten sensitivity. The database of PubMed confirms that up to 6% of people in the United States may be sensitive to gluten that isn't caused by celiac disease. It might surprise you, but even without having celiac disease, eating regular bread may still make you feel awful if you have non-celiac gluten sensitivity. This condition doesn't show up on standard medical tests, but it may cause real symptoms like fatigue, headaches, joint pain, and digestive issues after eating gluten-intolerant foods. Bread, being one of the most concentrated sources of gluten, often become a major trigger. When people with non-celiac gluten sensitivity eat gluten, their immune system responds differently, not with intestinal damage like in celiac, but with low-grade inflammation that affects multiple systems in the body. Besides gluten itself, the wheat used in bread contains amylase trypsin inhibitors. These naturally occurring compounds are designed to protect the wheat plant from pests, but in sensitive individuals, they may activate immune cells in the gut and contribute to inflammation. It may even play a bigger role in triggering symptoms than gluten in some non-celiac gluten sensitivity cases. Then there's the issue of added preservatives often found in store-bought breads. These include substances like calcium propionate or sorbic acid, which help prevent mold but may also irritate the gut lining. For someone with an already reactive system, these preservatives may worsen discomfort, leading to bloating, fogginess, and abdominal tension after meals. 5. Chronic kidney disease. Most people never think twice about the slice of bread on their plate, but for someone with chronic kidney disease, it may quietly make things worse. One of the biggest issues is the phosphorus content in many commercial breads. While natural phosphorus exists in whole foods, processed breads often contain phosphorus additives like phosphoric acid or monocalcium phosphate, which are much more easily absorbed by the body. In people with impaired kidney function, the body can't clear out excess phosphorus efficiently, leading to dangerous calcium imbalances, bone damage, and even heart complications over time. Moreover, sodium also poses an unseen threat. Bread may not taste salty, but it may be a surprising source of daily sodium intake, especially if you eat more than one slice. Too much sodium may cause fluid retention, increase blood pressure, and place more strain on already struggling kidneys. For someone with chronic kidney disease, controlling sodium is critical to avoid swelling, shortness of breath, and worsening kidney function. Then there's the issue of potassium, particularly in healthy, whole wheat or fortified breads. While potassium is vital for muscle and nerve function, chronic kidney disease patients often need to limit it because their kidneys can't flush out the extra. High potassium levels in the blood, called hyperkalemia, may lead to serious rhythm problems if not managed properly. The US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say that people with kidney disease may eat more whole grain bread. Now that we have discussed the problems of eating bread for certain individuals, let's talk about the amazing health benefits of bread. 1. Provides sustained energy. Most people think of bread as just filler, but when you choose the right kind, like whole grain or sprouted varieties, it may actually help fuel your day with steady energy. That's because these types of bread are packed with complex carbohydrates, which are broken down slowly by your digestive system. Unlike simple carbs that flood your bloodstream with sugar all at once, complex carbs release glucose gradually. This gives your body a more controlled and long-lasting energy supply without the crash that follows sugary snacks. The fiber in these carbs also shows digestion, keeping you fuller and more energized over time. Furthermore, B vitamins, especially thiamine B1 and niacin B3, which are naturally found in whole grain bread, are also very important. These vitamins play a major role in how your body turns food into usable energy. Thiamine helps break down glucose, while niacin supports the enzymes that release energy from carbs, fats, and proteins. When these nutrients are part of your diet through whole grain bread, they help keep your metabolism steady and your brain and muscles fueled throughout the day. According to a detailed study on ResearchGate that analyzed various types of bread in Jordan, the average energy density across all bread types was 275.76 kcal per 100 grams. That's a moderate energy load, enough to fuel your body without overwhelming your system with a sugar spike. So instead of relying on quick-fix energy drinks or empty snacks, starting your morning with a slice of whole grain bread may set you up for hours of productivity. Just make sure to read the label, look for 100% whole grain, and avoid ultra-processed versions that strip out these benefits. 2. Supports digestive health. What many people overlook is how certain types of bread may actually work your digestive system, not against it. When made from whole grains, bread contains a rich source of dietary fiber, especially insoluble fiber, which plays a critical role in keeping your gut moving smoothly. This fiber adds bulk to your stool and helps speed up intestinal transit, making it easier to pass waste and reduce the chances of constipation. It also acts like a gentle broom, cleaning out your colon as it moves through, which supports a healthy bowel rhythm over time. Beyond fiber, whole grain and seeded breads also deliver starch, a type of carbohydrate that isn't fully broken down in the small intestine. Instead, it travels to the large intestine where it feeds your beneficial gut bacteria. These microbes ferment the resistant starch and produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which help lower inflammation and keep the lining of your gut strong and healthy. Higher levels of butyrate are linked to better digestion, reduced risk of colon issues, and improved defense within the gut wall. According to Science Direct, both preclinical and small-scale clinical studies suggest that using alternative grains, enriching bread with functional ingredients, and fermenting it through sourdough methods may do more than just improve texture or taste. These innovations actually help modulate the gut microbiota, which means they support the good bacteria in your digestive system. 3. Boosts heart health. You might not think of bread as heart healthy, but when it's made from the right ingredients, it may actually support cardiovascular wellness in powerful ways. One of the key components is soluble fiber, commonly found in oats, barley, and other whole grains used in heart-conscious breads. Soluble fiber works by binding to cholesterol in your digestive system and helping to flush it out before it enters your bloodstream. This directly lowers LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, which is a major contributor to plaque buildup in arteries. Less plaque means better blood flow, and a lower risk of heart attack or stroke. Apart from that, magnesium is another heart-healthy ingredient in good bread. This mineral is naturally found in whole grains like quinoa, rye, and buckwheat breads. Magnesium plays a crucial role in regulating blood pressure by helping blood vessels relax and improving circulation. People with higher magnesium intake tend to have lower rates of hypertension, a leading risk factor for heart disease. It also supports the heart muscle's rhythm and helps balance electrolytes, both of which are essential for steady heartbeats. In a PubMed study with 60 people who had high cholesterol, they ate oat bread with 6 grams of beta-glucan every day for 6 weeks. The results showed that it significantly lowered their cholesterol levels and improved the health of their arteries, which shows that it has positive effects on cholesterol levels and endothelial function. 4. Rich in B vitamins. What's fascinating is that bread, when made from the right grains, may actually be a solid source of essential B vitamins that your body depends on every single day. Whole grain breads naturally contain thiamine B1, niacin B3, and folate B9, which all play key roles in turning the food you eat into energy. Thiamine helps convert glucose into fuel for your brain and muscles, while niacin supports the enzymes your body uses to metabolize carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. When you include whole grain bread in your meals, you're helping your body power through the day more efficiently. Moreover, folate is a vitamin that is very important for healthy cell growth and DNA production, and is also a major contributor. It's vital during pregnancy, but it also supports red blood cell formation and nervous system function for everyone. Many breads on the market, particularly in the US, are also fortified with folic acid, a synthetic version of folate, as part of public health measures to prevent birth defects and address common nutrient gaps. This fortification makes even moderate bread intake a helpful way to meet your daily needs, especially if your diet lacks variety. The key is choosing breads labeled as whole grain or fortified with B vitamins, rather than overly processed options that strip out these nutrients. According to Science Direct, studies have shown that eating fortified bread may lead to increased levels of serum folate and vitamin B12 in the body. These aren't just any vitamins. They're essential for energy production, red blood cell formation, and nervous system support. 5. Promotes satiety and weight control. You might be surprised to hear that certain types of bread may actually help you feel full longer and support healthy weight control. It all comes down to the kind of ingredients used, especially fiber-rich whole grains. When you eat bread that's packed with dietary fiber, it slows down digestion and delays stomach emptying. That means you stay satisfied for a longer period after eating, which naturally reduces the urge to snack or overeat later in the day. The longer it takes to digest, the more steady your blood sugar remains, which also helps avoid those sudden cravings or energy crashes that often lead to reaching for unhealthy foods. Another important factor is the presence of protein, especially in breads, made with seeds, legumes, or sprouted grains. Protein works alongside fiber to trigger satiety hormones, which send signals to your brain that you're full. Even a small amount of protein in your bread may have a big impact when it comes to appetite regulation. Higher protein and fiber intake throughout the day may reduce overall calorie consumption without making you feel deprived. According to a study on PubMed, reducing white bread, but not whole grain bread, consumption in the context of a Mediterranean-style diet was linked to lower weight gain and less abdominal fat over time. While bread might be a comfort food we've all grown up with, it's not the best fit for everyone. That's because your body may react differently to ingredients like gluten, high glycemic carbs, FODMAPs, or even hidden additives often found in store-bought loaves. For many of us, cutting back on bread isn't just a diet trend. It may be a serious step toward feeling better and avoiding health complications. If you fall into any of these categories, it's important to rethink your plate and consider safer alternatives. As always, we recommend speaking with your healthcare provider or a registered dietitian to make the best choices for your unique needs. In this amazing video, we learned about all the health conditions when you should avoid bread. But did you know that there are many ways to protect your health? Want to find out more? Watch 10 Secret Life Hacks of Castor Oil You Wish You Knew Sooner. Or watch Don't Eat These 8 Fruits if you're diabetic and 10 Superfruits You Must Eat. Watch one, or even better, watch both. Do you know any other health conditions when we should avoid bread? Let us know in the comments below.